So, I went to church today, and no, I did not spontaneously combust. We thank the Lord. Anyway, it's the Christmas season, so of course the main message is about the birth of Christ, the usual centering of this male deity, this man. And there's very little to no mention of Mary and the sacrifice that she had to make, and whether her consent was sought in the whole matter. And I had a moment where, as of course the pastor was talking about the Savior being born, it crossed my mind that of course Mary's consent was not sought. So let's not delude ourselves that Mary's consent was sought, because how do you seek consent from a 14 to 16-year-old? Because that was her age at the point at which she had to conceive Jesus. That's one. Secondly, this God was killing and smiting the world in the Old Testament, and anybody who dared to defy him faced, extreme anger and jealousy from him. So how do you expect a society and a girl who knows of this vengeful, wrathful, spiteful, angry God to just say, no, I'm not going to conceive the baby Jesus? Of course, she had no choice in the matter. She absolutely had zero choice in the matter. And yes, I know somebody is going to be in the comments talking about, be it unto me according to your word. Which word? The word of smiting, the word of genocide, the word of, where God basically cleared the earth and anybody who dared to stand up against him. So absolutely not. Mary had no choice but to conceive Jesus. And at the same time, she amplifies this patriarchal element of women being used for their utility to conceive, women being used for their utility to bring life into this earth. And then we pay more credence, we pay more importance to her creation and not the creator. We pay more credence to Jesus, the creation, and not Mary, the creator. Do you see how loop-sided that is? It does not make sense at all to me. Why would we? And yes, somebody will argue, if it wasn't Mary, it would have been somebody else. Yeah, and that somebody else would have still been a woman. That's the point. You can flip it and reverse it however you want it. And if really God did not, let's even start there. God is all powerful, so he really did not need a woman to have Jesus conceived. Let's start there. He would have simply had Jesus come down to earth like manna from heaven. That was an option, a very, very viable option. In fact, that would have been even more miraculous than using Mary to give birth to Jesus. But did he do that? No. Being a patriarchal God, he decided to use Mary for her utility to give birth to a child. And then Mary is just an auxiliary actor. She's just a, supporting actor in the whole thing. Mary really is the main plot. Mary really is the main character of this story. The fact that a woman creates, the fact that a woman brings life, but now we are having the creation having more precedence than the creator. Come on.